Endgame, wait a minute. Endgame Part 1 is the first part of the finale to Season 3 of Wait a Minute. Endgame Part 1 is the first part to the finale of Transformers Animated, as well as being episode 12 in Season 3, 41st overall, and originally aired May 16, 2009. In it, the Cons are trying to get access to Omega Supreme's codes, as Optimus is trying to get upgrades and has memories. Shenanigans ensue. Not the only Mario Eisenberg Transformers series that ends with an episode called Endgame. The episode begins with Prowl using the Force on oil barrels. Jazz thinks it's pretty cool and wonders why he never completed his ninja training, but that thought is also unfinished as Bulkhead and B are excited. They're excited because they found Omega's signature on the moon. Cutting to the wreckage of the Nemesis, and the Cons are still trying to get into RC, but accidentally activate a Game Boy sound effect to turn her into teacher mode. Megs is glazing Shockwave as his most loyal servant, which gets under Lugnut's skin, not helped by Starscream. I like that his eye kind of periscopes because this is his equivalent of doing a stink eye towards Shockwave.
What about me, Master? Have I not served you loyally?
Only the Allspark knows for sure.
Despite Shockwave saying that RC was a teacher before the war, I guess she was a teacher up until she got Omega's codes, because she mentions the Cons.
He makes Blitzwing sound like he's got his head screwed on straight.
Now he even likes Blitzwing better than you.
This causes Lugnut to smack around Shockwave and Megatron question his life choices, just enough so Starscream can sneak away. With the bots, Ratchet wants to immediately go and rescue Omega and RC with the Magnus Hammer, which causes Optimus to flash back to what happened right after along came a spider and Sentinel and Optimus were both on trial for going to an off-limits organic planet and getting Elita 1 seemingly killed.
But I suspect there's more to this story than meets the optic sensor.
Oi, he said the thing! Optimus takes the fall and gets expelled from school, showing true leadership that even Magnus realizes he could have been a good Magnus in better circumstance. Which would have been foreshadowing for Season 4 if it wasn't cancelled, but we'll get into that later. While ironically saying being a hero is not in your programming when he famously said Optimus don't be a hero. So yeah, Optimus is hesitant to use it, so let's whip up a rocket pack or something.
Autobots don't fly! What about Jetfire and Jetstorm?
And Prowl's rocket sidecar thingy.
I've got a jetpack.
I ought to have my processor examined.
Prowl volunteers to go spy Megatron, but he's busy doing ninja training again, so B, we're volunteering you to go. Back on the moon, Starscream somehow wobbled his head all the way into the Nemesis and programmed on the computer to make another clone, which yes, he'd been using the protoforms to make. IDW will do basically the same thing with him. So Screamer finally got his body back. Megs finds him and he's pissed that Starscream wasted a bunch of them on himself. Because I have much bigger plans. And it's much bigger than cloning himself or even Lugnut. They're gonna clone Omega. They already somehow have 2 of the 3 ready for protoforms to fill in the rest. Shockwave laughs at Lugnut falling over, so I guess he does have emotion. Now, the plan for Season 3 was always going to be the Cons using Omega against the bots, but for whatever reason, Hasbro was really into animated having 3-parter openers, so they kind of Frankensteined their already ideated episodes with this Omega plot from the end of the season, for the beginning of the season with Transwarped. So Plan B was to introduce Devastator with at least 2 more plus Bulkhead becoming Devastator, but the idea was put on hold until after Revenge of the Fallen, so Plan C was to use Omega again, but also tie it in with the clone plot. Back with Jazz and Prowl, apparently Allspark energy flows for all living things, so it is the Force. And focusing enough, Prowl turns a bunch of sparkles into an Allspark fragment. Groovy. B sneakily teleports and he's supposed to plant a transmitter. Shark Arms can still use his stretchy limbs, in case you were wondering. I mean, I guess why wouldn't he be able to, but you know someone would be asking if they didn't show it. They're also recycling the Nemesis to make the Omega clones, and B accidentally drops the transmitter, which gets crushed. B sneaks into Omega and finds RC, still in teacher mode. Plus there's way too many wires to mess with, so turning a button that makes her record everything, and B gets out of there, somehow not teleporting her with him. Bulkhead's missing his Autobot logo in this scene. They got recordings from RC, but all the construction sounds block out all the important things. Ratchet's off by 2mm, says sorry, the American. And work on a jetpack is going. It's going. Oh yeah, right, sorry has Allspark powers. We just need a few things. And Ratchet takes credit for it like the old man he is. And the test flight, well, he didn't blow up. Well, he's getting pretty decent airtime even if he can't control it. In a close-up, they accidentally gave him the gloves and the cannons, which he's not supposed to have quite yet. Now he is, plus the wings. Other than not having the boots or the chest armor, this is based on God Bomber from Transformers Master Force that combined with Power Master Optimus, or Jinrai, to make God Jinrai, the first of many Optimus super modes. The wings really make a difference, and it feels so good Optimus has another flashback to Magnus. Magnus isn't mad, he's just disappointed, but he'll still promote Prime and give him his own ship, which is old, rusty, and leaking. Well, at least he got promoted to Prime, and that's how he met the crew. Back in the now, and hey, Slipstream! Where the fuck have you been, girl? You haven't been around the entire season. How did you avoid getting captured by Lockdown, but Lugnut and Blitzwing didn't, with you just walking around Detroit? It's never explained. She thinks Prime is Starscream and shoots him down, and is just as confused about flying bot as Ratchet was. She transforms in disbelief, and transforms and flies away. This is literally the last time we'll see Slipstream in the series proper. She was supposed to be in the next episode and part of next season, but we'll get to that. Shockwave finally finds the agent mode in RC and goes long arm. She calls back to when her and Ratchet were captured by Lockdown, and she does have a copy of Omega's code. And yes, just pulling on all the wires knocks her out. So that's a pickle. And the 3 Omega clones only needed 3 protoforms. I don't know, they're just huge. It felt like they should have needed more. Shockwave wakes up RC with a raspberry blast effect. Probably shouldn't have Megs just literally standing in front of her. Longarm, you could have just gotten the codes when you were in the room together earlier. So plan B is the taser of the blast effect again, so she just gives up the codes. And it's about to work until Starscream jumps on Megatron to get the Omega Screamers. But Lugnut punches them away and gets the codes instead. But this is actually all according to plan because Lugnut is a ride or die for Megs, and if they would have just given 3 clones of Megatron, they would have probably just stepped on everyone. Plus, they have the Allspark fragments that Team Prime found forever ago, so Starscream's outlived his worthlessness. Just by shooting him in the face, it wrecks his backpack and his legs, which makes Optimus have another flashback. With the team working on an old space bridge on an asteroid and playing with G1 Energon cubes, they found Prowl meditating in a cave. With a spaceship that's colored like him and meditating for 1,000,000 stellar cycles with nothing to show for it. But even less when Ratchet accidentally drops an Energon cube and it blows up his ship. But Optimus is willing to give him a ride if he helps out, which a younger, arrogant Prowl doesn't want to do.
First I failed to protect the protoforms, and now this! Do you have any idea what it's like to embark on a path, only to find it so completely twisted and turned that you have no idea where you are?
I do.
It's a great moment showing how far Prowl has come, and Prime is a great leader because he can relate to his guys. But in the present, there's more moon things. The Lugnut Supremes. But they don't listen to Megatron because RC didn't get a security patch, so they only listen to Lugnut. Now they can go, and Megs wants to see it up close. So yeah, now Optimus is reconsidering using this hammer against this huge threat. This episode is a lot of setup for the series finale, but also I love all the flashbacks. Showing Optimus taking the fall for Sentinel's reckless trip. Seeing how Team Optimus form is beautiful. Magnus obviously can tell Optimus is innocent, but his hands are tied. Recontextualizes his relationship with both Optimus and Sentinel. And it's great seeing both Prowl and Optimus at their lowest points bonding, while the rest of the episode is just table settings for the finale. 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought down below, as well as smashing the like button and subscribe button, and stay tuned for the finale.